I mean, it's a thing, you know, it's definitely a thing, and it's becoming more of a thing. So what you're seeing me do over here is iterate with Gadget on a prompt that is creating an element that is in OBS. See, because, well, application control protocol is an interesting thing. I can write connectors to applications that already have a control protocol. And it's an open protocol, so any application can implement the protocol. And once you do, then Gadget Agent is able to understand your application. It's able to know what your user is doing, what's available to be done, what it is allowed to do, and then be taught how to do that. So it's better able to assist the user in the use of the application. Like, one eligible example is Comfy UI itself. I could very easily write, it wouldn't even need to be a connector. I could just write a Comfy UI project file, spit it at Comfy, and it will load it for you. That's like something that this can do pretty much now. What I'm teaching it to do, though, is actually control OBS so that the image ends up in the scene automatically. That doesn't happen yet. What I want to automate is I'm just going to have it generate a variant. Yeah, we've got memory on the card. So if you watch, this is all running locally. Like, I don't burn, paid tokens when I'm doing development work. Like, I have technologies here that I can prototype against, and then we go, do the thing in production. There we go. So, new variant, right? We're just going to save that image, and then in the OBS layout manually, I'm just going to switch to it. There we go. And so we've gone, from Comfy UI result to an asset loaded in OBS, right? Manual process. For right now, that doesn't suck. I could literally work with that, get work done, be happy. But that's not really where I want to stop. What I want to be able to do is tell Gadget to, render an image. If you're not aware, Gadget Agent does now have an image generator. It's just something that we have now. So Gadget is, I asked it to describe itself and say hello. Rather than making you wait, I just had it do all of that. And, you can see that conversation actually, that conversation happening here. So, hello, Gadget, we're recording a video demo, whatever. I'll let you use pause to read that. But basically, Gadget went through, it knows how to use this application. It generated basically a plan for what it wanted to do. And then I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do that, buddy. And so it starts calling that applet tool. And it filled in the form, got everything set up, and then I selected, actually, let's get you back to the bottom. I selected Crea 2 medium, 1K is the only offered resolution, but I selected 16:9 ping format, go. Off it went, and 5 cents later, I've got Gadget in. We haven't really finished its paint job quite yet, but this is where Gadget is headed overall. Amy sort of brought up the fact that it looked like a Hollywood robot that wants to eat people, and I thought that she wasn't wrong. So her and I kind of went back and forth on some initial forms, and I'm like, does that look less bitey and scary? So we have now arrived at this. Next is going to be the new name. Gadget is simply, that's been like a working title. I did no research on it. Turns out that's an existing initiative, so no, not able to have that as a name, and that's fine. It's literally just a name. Does not matter. So Gadget is able to create images, and so what I want is through the publisher applet, right, where you configure your destinations, I want you to be able to connect to OBS. OBS has a WebSocket. I want you to be able to connect to it. I mean, look, if you're a gamer, you know what port forwarding is. You can absolutely have Gadget connect from the internet directly to your OBS. You can set up your own authentication for that. We'll work that out. Let me know what you need. But basically, you should be able to have Gadget directly connect to your OBS and control it for you. You've maybe seen me making some noise about application control protocol. Well, this is why I'm doing that. Like, literally, this is why I'm doing that. I want Gadget able to, iterate with you on an element that you want to add to your OBS layout. And it's like, I got you, fam. Let's do this. And, you can generate, whatever it is that you need in your UI for your upcoming show, screen record, webinar. I don't know what you're into, right? But all right, that's not quite awesome, but we'll save it just so you can see the flow again. This is the part that I'm trying to automate. There we go. So we've got, an asset that has traveled from being generated by AI to being in my UI. Faster than what you saw it happen there, right? And so this allows you to iterate with it like, yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for at all. Let's change blah, 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 blah. In fact, I did. So we're just going to copy that, paste that. We're going to run that and see what we get. I mean, I told it no border, use the brand red as the dividing line, stop it with the cyan, and just go to like a muted desaturated red or dark gray, something as a background, like calm down. Let's see what it did. All right, like I don't hate that. So we'll go ahead and save that. And there we go. Yeah, honestly, that's not bad. So that's also the home result, right? Like I'm running this on Z-Image Turbo on a 16 gig card. In production, I kind of can do a lot better than that. Like a lot. Like it's goofy how much better. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing, is wiring that up to these tools, so that Gadget will be able to generate an extremely professional, like you've seen some of the cards I've posted since integrating this nonsense. What the heck? So yeah, you're going to be able to plug that directly into OBS such that you can use Gadget to work on your scenes, your layouts, your transitions, whatever. And then it can also program your Stream Deck. I already have a module for that. So that's what Application Control Protocol is all about. Like if you already gave an API to your application or your device or your whatever, then like Gadget is going to integrate that. That's what Application Control Protocol is all about. It lets you, in code, you maintain an application context, right? Like at any time, Gadget can query that context, and it can see the name of your application, what view the user is using, whether or not there is a document loaded. If there is it clean or dirty? And then you can provide controls for how to directly manipulate whatever is on the screen. So for example, I have told Gadget that there's a title, a description, tags, prompt, fill all that out. And it actually did. So I'm going to say, oops, I forgot to save the project after you filled in title, description, and tags. They are gone. Sad face. Can you please put those back and remind me to save, since you can't? At least I don't think it can. Oops. I don't know what's going on there. There we go. Boom. Something else. I'm developing this right now, but let me go to full screen for you to see. If you notice, the bar has now turned green. Oops. I loaded a model while I have the image model loaded, so we're going to run on CPU. It's going to be very slow. However, if you notice, it has turned green. That means that Gadget is in working mode. If you look up here, it's a green indicator. Green is used for a reason. It's green for go, so it is currently running. Meaning whatever you type right now is meant to be steering for Gadget. Yes, you can now talk to Gadget while Gadget is working. So as we go through and do stuff, and I'm having Gadget run and do its job, I am now able to send it some steering messages, or whatever. I could just tell it, look, you're struggling trying to decide between blah and blah. Knock it off. Just do this. And it will literally acknowledge that I spoke, and then it'll start, integrating that feedback in its work forward from there. That way you don't lose all the setup of the turn, all the rest. You just kind of nudge it. It's like playing pinball, try not to tilt, I guess. Whatever that would even mean in this. So anyway, yeah, you can pan, you can zoom, you can, do all the things. It looks like it went ahead and filled in the title, the description, and that's where you see it calling the applet tool. And you basically, those breaks in, like, when a model wants to call a tool, right, what it does is there's an agentic workflow loop running in the background, right? So your prompt kicks that off and goes into the processing, does the thing. Model running on GPU somewhere in space, who cares? Eventually some kind of response comes back. That response either says I'm done, or I'm calling a tool, or some other stuff, but basically let's focus on those two things. When it says something like I'm calling a tool, it means there will be another iteration. It means that what will happen is you send a message here in working mode. Boom. That goes to the back end and goes into a queue. At the top of the agentic workflow loop, before calling in to process that iteration of the loop, it just looks. It says, are there any queued messages from the user? If so, let's go ahead and put those in there now. And that's what it does. So in context, in order, at the right time, as you're going through working with Gadget, you can actually give it some steering, a little bit of an update. Like I said, if you see that it's struggling with something, or you just want it to do something, like, stop it, just do this, you can type that and it will get your message as soon as possible, basically. So if it's in the middle of generating some segment or calling a tool or doing what, it's going to stay focused on doing that, right? It hasn't returned yet with its next sort of breakpoint in the loop. So the moment it does, though, we're going to inject whatever it is you've queued up for delivery. Oh, wow, it's given like a whole report there. That's awesome. Go Gadget, go. So I'm working on it. Yeah, and this is application control protocol sort of running in front of you, right? Like, I want Gadget able to reach directly into your applications and help you use them, right? Like, not, here, let me email the PDF to Gadget, have Gadget edit it, and email that back to me, or what the fuck are we even doing, honestly? Real question, real talk. I mean, come on, that's some low-hanging fruit, that's some lazy shit, stop it. Instead, what if we built a protocol that enables Gadget to directly talk to the software that you're using? Now, of course, that's itself. It is the demonstration of. Okay, you just watched it go through and, fill all that stuff in. And important reminder, I can fill in all the fields, but I can't click the save button. That's on you. So please don't forget to hit save before anything gets lost. You're the one with the mouse. Go ahead and save it now. What do you want me to do with this? Hold on a second. There, that way I don't forget to do that. And there you go. It's a friendly and helpful assistant that looks less like it wants to bite people and kill them. What do you want me to do with this, honestly, at this point? Wow.